Happy Friday evening. We got a lot to talk about this evening. The economy in trouble. What is going on with both sides? And we're going to get into that. A bubble, stock market crash. We got a lot to talk about. Panic. People, affordability. What can we do about it? What's next? Where we go from here? Holidays around the corner. We're going to talk about the $2,000 once again. And is it the right move, the $2,000? Whoa, Sal. $2,000? Sure it is. We're going to talk about, is it correct? Economy's in trouble. Trump submitted, Barack Obama, and much, much more. So come on in, guys. We've got a lot to talk about. Now, before I go any farther, thank you so much. We're going to talk about the lady. Sherry's her name, the homeless lady who is in her, God bless her, in her 70s, who wants to go to California. Appreciate everybody being here, moderators. We're going to talk about her and helping her out and getting her on her way to California. But there's a lot of homeless out there, and this one gets me because she's elderly, reminds me of my mom, and has some trouble, and so many more homeless. We're going to touch on that in between. But before I do, I recognize the memberships. And say hi to Joe and Crystal and Lemon J. Appreciate you guys being here. We got a lot to talk. By the way, last night, another record-breaking 88,000 views, and we picked up another 69, 70 subscribers, a total of 350 subscribers in 3 days. Whoa! Even my uncle says, not bad there, boy. So we're really doing good now. We've been doing a lot late lives, not by choice, because my schedule's changing. I'm still fighting for the homeless, my work, dealing with mom's funeral and that kind of stuff. But tonight, we are a little earlier. Things have worked out well. So thank you so much for coming in. Hello, Cooper. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for all the likes and subscribing as we got much bigger things on this channel. As my wife says, we got to continue to do more. I said, okay, Maribel, we will do more. Hello, Lori. But we got Rome wasn't built one day. So anyhow, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to get as much stuff as I can in this live. And then whatever I don't get in today, we'll talk about it on the next live. Economy's in trouble. It's no fact. And by the way, for those who are coming in, you see the Trump flag. Are you a MAGA? Absolutely. So just because I support Donald Trump doesn't mean I'm concerned about the economy. It's that simple. Now, let me just pause here for 1 second and shout out for 15 months, not 12, not 8, to Cooper, helps sponsoring with the memberships. Thank you for 15 months. And I'm just going to pin this on here. And real quick, too, guys, we had some trolls. Well, real quick. So we had some trolls last night, however, become members. So, it wasn't like anything hate. They were just calling me out and debating me. I have nothing wrong with conservatives and Democrats debating me at all. And whether they send money, don't send money, whatever, that's fine. Well, read a comment. And, all we don't want is any threats on the president, most importantly, and anybody on here. If they want to say this now about me, I don't care. Sometimes people just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Some people are trolling. But at the end of the day, they look at the homeless and they're saying, wow, we don't like your side, but we like you supporting the homeless. I just wanted to put that out there. And we got to remember not to judge. Everybody has a bad day, including myself, right? So let's jump into the live. Now, guys, like it or not, we're in trouble. The economy's in trouble. I see it. I see it with my business. I'm hearing it from upper middle class people making $150,000, $250,000. Stock market, we're going to hit a bubble, not a crash, but a bubble. Economy is in trouble. Supplies are up. Meat is up. Thanksgiving's coming. It's tough. Let's face it. But Donald Trump has done what? He acknowledged it today. And I quote, this is what he says. This was today live on Trump. I realize our economy is in some critical times. Trump says, here's what we're going to do. What are you going to do? We are going to cut the tariffs in Switzerland 39% to 15% because the tariffs are at some fault. Although I told you how they're working, but people don't have that much time. Some of you are saying, Sal, I have plenty of time. We're all in different categories, but middle class people are running out of time with the tariffs. So he's going to cutting the tariffs in Switzerland and cutting 39% to 15%, and for food in Argentina and some other countries in El Salvador, because high grocery prices are a concern. And we got to remember, We inherited 85% of it through a committee. But I'm tired of hearing it. Most of you are tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear it again from Biden. We know it's a disaster. What are you going to do about it? And people are running out of time. People are living on credit cards. We're going to hit a bubble. Real estate's going down. And I'm going to read some facts here. These are facts. As you know, I like to do some homework. Here's what we got. What we have right now. So far, the economy, we got more foreclosures. 33,000, in foreclosures in 1 month. That's up 19%. Not good. Not good. We cannot have foreclosures. We don't have first-time home buyers. We got interest rates that are not going anywhere. There's a 50% interest rates are going to go, and I predict they're probably going to stay the same, but we don't want to go too low, as I talked to a little subscriber earlier. So we got that. We got company cuts. Verizon is laying off. AT&T laying off. Amazon laying off. We have an unstable economy. Now, let's keep it real, guys, because a lot of people are going to come on, aren't you a mega? Absolutely. But realistically, we need to talk about this, and I don't know why other news channels, and Fox included, are talking about this. We have an unstable economy right now. It wasn't like this 6 months ago. It's climbing into some serious problems. And what do we do about it? We're going to talk about it in just a minute. So thank you so much for being here on this earlier evening hour tonight. I'll try to get as much as I can in this. If not, we will continue to live on another day or later on. There's a lot to cover and just a little bit of time here. Look, we do know this. Somebody just said free food. We know this. The Democrats, here's their strategy. You want to hear the strategy? AOC, we talked about her being president. Here's the strategy for the Democrats. Socialism, right? We know it doesn't work. Regulate us, right? COVID, pandemic, regulate. Democrats want to control, increase taxes, right? And is that a solution? Of course not. Look at New York. All it does is run out people from New York to Florida, North Carolina, other states. So you don't want to chase people away. So we know that's out. We know that the party that we have right now in the Socialism Party, 80% is not going to work. However, Trump, on the other hand, has to step up to the bat and probably hit a home run in the next month, or we're going to have some serious problems with a bubble, and we're going to have a crash. And I'm not talking about a stock market crash. I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think we're going to have a 2008 bubble on the houses. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to scare you. I'm always positive. Crucial times. And we got to get beef. We got to get groceries down. I feel you. I feel my Democrats. I feel my Republicans. I feel all Americans. And yes, I am calling out the administration. And I'm tired of J.D. Vance. Whoa, Sal, take it easy. No, I'm tired of J.D. Vance sound like Barack Obama, being a salesperson. Oh, everything's fine. It's not fine. You got to do what Donald Trump does. You know, it's not fine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not fine. Okay, we got to get better. We got to work on being better. Most important, not for Trump, not for the Socialism Democrat Party, not for Mandani, AOC, for you, for me, for our families. Now, I do agree, groceries are going to go up time to time, even with the best president, but not like this. This is ridiculous. I went out today. I got, steak, put them on the grill. So good, Crystal. Salad, this, that, whatever. $80. The household family is up $400 more a month, a family of four, than they were 2 months ago. That's not good. Trump realizes it, and he's bringing it to the table. So what do we do about it? We're going to go over that in just a little bit. All right. But again, if you're just coming in, Trump is reversing the course of cuts on tariffs and U.S. foods. So at least he's acknowledging, let's just say it, bad times. He's acknowledging the bad times. So he's out. He knows. Now, the $2,000, should we talk about it? Should we talk about the $2,000? Let me know, yes or no. Because, it gets to be a bit old, but we're going to talk about it. And it's not a question of yes or no. It's a question we will. But the question is this. The $2,000 for me, only my opinion, here comes all the booze. It's a loan at 24%. Because if we start sending out the $2,000, it just becomes a short-term loan. But I know we need it. It'll help a lot of people out. Broken car, a broken oven, food on their table, a dent into the mortgage. I'm not here to tell you what to do with it. I'd be very careful if you do get it, not to spend it all. I'm just saying I'm trying to help everybody. Okay, I don't like to make this a stock market channel. I promise I wouldn't, right, Mike? But I'm going to tell you this. Maybe if you get 2,000, no, December 3rd. Yes, I got it on my calendar. Prayers are with Dwayne, who's Dwayne Crystal's son. We pray. My prayers are strong. Let's pray, pray, pray. Anybody else who's having any kind of surgery or difficult or illness or divorce or financial problems, our deepest prayers. And remember, tomorrow's another day, right? So, yeah, buy silver and gold. Anyhow, yeah. But yeah, here's the deal. We need to put the inflation to bed. We need to put the inflation to sleep. Donald Trump puts it. Now, he might be listening to our small little YouTube channel, right? Because I said he needs to speak and acknowledge we have a problem. Because when you ignore it, remember Barack Obama? Oh, everything's great. And Biden, no inflation. Well, simply when you do that, you lose. So Trump has acknowledged we have a dilemma. So at least he's acknowledging. The question is, what will he do about it, and what time frame will he do it on? I know I sound pretty hard, but I sound like an American. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we need to lower prices. There's no doubt. There's no reason why we can't lower prices. We got to lower the prices. That's it. Trump needs to look in, investigate a lot of the greediness in the food supplies and the food change. Number one. Number two, cut tariffs, because I know long term it's going to be good, but a lot of people say, Sal, we don't have long term. We're going to foreclose our home. It's not a joke, guys. I see it. I'm boots on ground. People can't afford the rent and their mortgage and losing their beautiful homes after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So it is serious. It is serious. What can we do about it? Well, what can we do about it as an individual? Well, we can work another job. We can work 3 jobs. We can cut back. We can do this. We can do that. It's only a short-term solution, though, right? So there's a lot of things that we can do about it. But what the hell can the government do about it? So, panic. Yeah, I don't like the cutting the jobs. That's showing me right there when you have Amazon, AT&T, and Verizon cutting jobs. That's not good. And you have real estate going down. Like my house just went down $10,000. And that's not why I'm complaining. Houses go up, they go down. But we're down $10,000. We were going to put the house on the market. Now we got to wait. So, we got some problems. We got a tech problem. There's a bubble. We have a tech problem. We have stagflation, real estate bubble. And all this together can cause some major, major problems in through the holidays. And you know what? It can change. It can change in a blink of an eye. Because once Trump cuts those tariffs, well, that's a little bit of it. And then once he puts his foot on the gas pedal and reaches in on supply chains and work out a long-term solution, then we'll be right back on track. But on today, date, what is it, November 13th, 14th, 13th maybe? I'm not even sure. Got a lot going on. It's not happening. I'm going to read some comments real quick, and then we're going to move on. Eat beans instead of turkey. Hey, Samuel, maybe. Sal, yes, it's hard to get a job in today's economy. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It's very complex. Before, though, you just hate on Trump. I'm just giving you the facts. Remember, the previous administration was the worst administration, according to a lot. Even the Democrats are now speaking out. Even AOC is using it. AOC is using her strategy. She's starting to call out the previous administration. She sounds like a president. We talked about this last night. So we know that we inherit one of the worst economies ever. But at the same time, I'm getting tired of hearing it. I want to hear that we have a solution. So this is the time. This is the critical times as we're out there, and our reach is to continue helping out the homeless people. And it's very, very sad. Very, very sad times right now. So, Joe dropping a bomb on today's live. Thank you, Joe Giles. Appreciate you so much, my friend. I read some of the comments about the penny. They stopped a penny a few years ago in Canada. It's not a big change. Digital currency won't replace it all. All they will do is round it up and you will get used to it. Hey, Joe, thank you so much for that donation. Greatly appreciate you, and always appreciate more so than your donation. You hear every time, even though you disagree on a lot of stuff that I'm saying, maybe not tonight, but all go, thank you. And you're probably correct on that, Joe. Thank you, Lemon J. Once again, thank you so much, all you new subscribers and loyal subscribers to this channel. Appreciate you guys. All right, I'll read some more comments real quick, and then we're going to move on. But this is it in a nutshell, guys. You know, I know I'm hearing some boos in the background from my conservative friends, but you guys know me long enough that I love you all, and I am a Trump supporter. I'm not going anywhere, but I got to lay out the facts, and these are simply the facts. I could be wrong, but I'm telling you, these are the what's out there right now, and I'm hearing it from big money people, right? Stock people, upper middle class people, and it's actually coming down to the middle class, and then it's demolishing the lower people, lower end. It's hitting the middle class, and now it's actually hitting the middle class, upper middle class. So it's never ending. Yeah, you know, and I got to tell you, Bama, real quick, if I could. I understand now, like people like my mom, may she rest in peace, and people that get older, where you get fed up with both sides. You know what I mean? You just get tired of the political out there, because a lot of times they get in, they try, they do this, they do that, whatever side you're on, you know. But, you know, I still believe in Trump, and I do believe long term we're going to be okay. But the problem is short term. And, you know, Trump has done amazing things, in my opinion, closing the borders, peace on wars, standing up for us, you know, and that kind of stuff. But, you know, the most important thing right now, a lot of you won't admit it, is what? Put it in the chat. What is the most important thing for us right now? Is it Trump? Is it Democrats? What is it? It's a simple answer. I don't think we're going to have a stock market crash, though. I don't see that happening. And I was talking earlier with a friend, a moderator on here, without mentioning names. I don't think we're going to see a crash, and I don't think we're going to see a 2008 with the house crisis, but I will say we're going to see houses going down, and it's going to be harder for first-time buyers to get in. And I definitely see food, you know, on a rise. Now the tariffs cuts that I just said in Switzerland and bringing it down 39% will help, but, you know, we got to get beef down. We need to get supplies down, and that's it. And we really do. And I think it's time that the Democrats, Republicans, and it won't happen, to work together. I wish they would just work together. Don't you guys? And I know I'm spinning right now, but I'm just trying to, this tripod of mine is not perfect again. So I'm going to ask the audience. I don't have a solution. What is the solution? Democrats, Republicans, Independents, what the hell is the solution to get food prices down and a better economy, a more affordable economy? Does anybody have a solution? I'm curious. Other than people working another job. What is the solution? The solution is to work together. Yes, work together, but what is yeah, Joe, absolutely with you. High five, fist bump. But what is the solution? Other than cutting the tariffs, you know, and that's a debt. But a $2,000 stimulus rebate, is that a solution? Yes or no? Short-term solution, but long-term, yes or no? I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not being cocky here. I'm just asking because I don't know. Yeah, you know, amen. Ozzy, let's welcome in Ozzy. I'm gonna read this good comment here. Jesus, people not being so greedy. Help your neighbor. Yeah, amen. God bless. Yes, we got to stop being greedy. You know. I just raised my rent first time in. Don't tap my shoulder. I'm a personal trainer that smokes cigars. First time ever I raised my rent. Okay, 10%. I didn't want to do it. Hurt me. Reason I did, because the club, they had to raise their rent 60%. I only went up 10%. I'm not knocking the club. They had no choice. I'll get into one, lawsuits that we didn't have before. A lot of things are happening with the club I work at. but also supply chains and things like that. So it actually, first time ever, I meet my words. I said I'd never go up on my rates, but I did. So, what do we do about it? What is a long-term solution for the American people? This is the only solution for them. I'm trying to read something that kind of makes. Oh, we got over here. Record profits. Record profits for companies and prices continue to increase. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Ozzy Crosby, what's happening? Once again, Ozzy, appreciate your support and thank you for the membership. Trump can't win, no matter what he says. Wanted to bless us all. Yeah, I mean, no matter what he does. But I do like the fact that he came out and spoke that he knows there's a problem. He's aware of the problem. And remember, we have a short memory. Barack Obama, terrible economy. He denied it. A lot of presidents deny it, the economy. And J.D. Vance, I'm going to see if I can bring it up. I didn't like his choose of words today, but I do like President Trump acknowledging, hey, I feel you. Not in these exact words. I feel you. I feel the pain. Groceries not where we want to be. And then he went on and talked about the good stuff, which he should do, because that's keeping the nation positive, whether you don't like Trump or not, right? But one way he wants to do it is to, where's my numbers again, for those who are just coming in, is cutting tariffs. In Switzerland, cut 39% to 15%, and continuing food cutting tariffs in Argentina. So, there's different ways that we can do it, other than work 2-3 jobs and getting people off their own Social Security, trying to live the rest of their life, enjoying life, not to go out and work again unless you want to. But we are in a time now of uncertainty, and we got to make it affordable again. For me, I did some math, and here comes the booze. The $2,000 to Americans, that's going to be under 150, 100,000. I don't know what exact amount. For me, it's a loan at 24%. So it's just like open up a credit card and using it to the max. So what I say, for me, for you, if you really need it, you got to use it. Obvious. But if you get it, I probably just use maybe 20, 30% of it. Oh, easy for you to say, Sal. I'm just saying, and maybe pocket some of that money for a possibly bubble, because it's on the wall. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. What I see, what I hear, foreclosures, these are facts. Once again, for those who missed. Signs the economy is more for foreclosures. 33,000 and more foreclosed in October. And 62,000 are late on their mortgage. And that's up 19% a year ago. Did I say a month ago? I apologize, 1 year ago. So that's not real good. That's not good at all. But again, here we go. Not because I'm a Trump supporter. Again, it was the 4 horrific, long, aggravating years of administration. And now Trump had us, pretty much in the right direction. And all of a sudden now we're seeing an increase on some of these things. Kyrox, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a little bit. My house will be paid off in 6 months. I've written a comment. God bless you. Congratulations. Yeah, I got about 10 years and a half. I found your Grindr account, Sal. A funny guy or girl. We don't know. Hey, I appreciate the moderators being here. Not a real huge turnout we had the last 3 nights, but hey, sometimes this is good when we have our regulars and new. Hey, if you're new to the channel, let us know if you're new. Like and subscribe. What are you waiting for? As we are not a MAGA station. We are an American station. Just so happen, a lot of us are with Trump. And right now, you have 2 ways. You can go with Trump and trust Trump, and that he's admitting that there's a problem. Or you can go to the left, right, and have socialism, right, and a path to nowhere to destroy New York, like Mandani, and sending people out of New York to other states and crushing small business. So it's a simple choice right now. So I say we stay behind Trump, trust Trump, but not afraid to call him out. And I think he should be called out. And he's acknowledging that we have a possible bubble crash. And he's willing to work with it and fix it and hope he does. If he doesn't, I'll be the first to call him out. We need to put inflation to bed. Put it to sleep forever. We need to put it to bed. That's it. That's it. Now, as far as $2,000 check, I still think we're going to get it. I can't get over the grocery prices, though. That's about right, Joe. Whoa, Joe, I agree with you. Actually, it might be a little lower. But you know what, guys? You know, again, I say this. Rome was not built one day. Things don't just happen in one night. So, Vehicle, what's going on, my friend? Inflation is overall down. Overall is down. It's correct. Whoa, you're contradicting yourself, Sal. Get over it. But in the food and supplies and groceries is a problem. And that's bringing the approval rating down. So that's our topic tonight. You know, Trump's doing some wonderful things. You know that. I know that. Most of us know that. Even Democrats, even the trolls. But I just want to give you guys my thoughts. And, you know, not to worry everybody, but we got to be a little careful going forward. And Trump knows that. I hope. Yeah, so the economy's in a bit of trouble. And the writing's on the wall. Why do you see that? Why do you say that, Sal? Again, if you're just coming in, the writing's on the wall because we got foreclosures, company cutbacks, big companies like AT&T. Excuse me. Where did I get AT&T? AT&T, Verizon, AT&T, I meant to say. And Amazon. Socialism and regulate, increasing taxes, our taxes, doesn't go well. Okay? AOC, Gavin Newsom, and the rest. Doesn't go well. We know that. So, all right. We got a donation. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Frank. Polite telling Trump 50 years mortgage is good is not good. Conservatives need to refocus on affordability, not excess. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. And you're entitled to your comment. And 100% of the proceeds on today's live and most lives, unless one of the sponsors like Crystal and many others and Ozzy, and you guys know who you are, say, hey, go get a cigar. So thank you so much. But, well, you got to make it affordability. It's important for the American people. And that's the most important thing for MAGA, conservatives, Democrats, and most of us, right, is affordability. But socialism and regulate and raising taxes will never work in this lifetime, next lifetime, never going to work. You know, I say this time to time. I don't understand. We were all young before, right? But I just don't know this generation. They're so smart. What they're thinking on electing Madani. A 50-year mortgage are for kids who, yeah, I'm not, I said this last night, Lori, for me, 50-year mortgages, 40-year mortgages is probably not the, because I know people have 40 years. I don't know how they did it, but 50 now. You don't want to do that. Let's see here. Got my wife and I spend about $500 a month for food. You know, that's about right. That's what I'm reading. That's about right. $400 or $500 a month. That's got to go down. That's got to go down. Period. That's nuts. That's insane. I feel it. I feel it for you. I feel it for me. I feel it. Kids are borrowing money off of their parents with a 0% interest back, right? We talked about this earlier. It's a trouble. We're in troubled times. And what happens from there, it goes up to the next generation. Oh, man. And then it goes up and up. So I hope I'm wrong. But the question is, yes or no? Will Trump, we already know he realized it. He came out publicly today. The question I have for the chat, will he go ahead and, he acknowledged it already. He's cutting tariffs. Will he go ahead and fix it and make it affordability again? Yes or no? It's a simple question. I don't think any less of anybody. You all know me by now. For those who are new, I'm just wondering. I like just to wonder where everybody's mindset is. Can't go down when people at the stores are getting 20 plus an hour. John says no. What's up, John? Appreciate being here, guys. First time viewer, subscribe and like. What you see is what you get with Sal. Yeah, that's it. I'm who I am, and I was talking today in a meeting for the homeless and my Republican friends. We smoke cigars. Sal, what's going on? You don't support Trump? Did I ever say on here I don't support Trump? So people want to hear what they hear. See? No, I didn't say that at all, did I? Not even once. But, it's what it is. And Mike, and people walked away from me today. They didn't even buy me a drink. No, I'm just kidding. But they were upset at me. That's okay. Life goes on. Joe, thank you. Hey, Joe, real quick, Dan. Thank you. Appreciate that donation. Pass that forward. Check out the shorts, Joe. Have a beautiful night. God bless you and your family. That was nice of Joe. Joe Childs. Joe. What else we got here? Barbara, how are you, my friend? Appreciate it. We have 126 in the chat, 42 likes. Thank you so very, very much all for being here. Moderators, Crystal and Lemon J, Mike M. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. I will, Joe. Yeah, it was sad. Wasn't it sad? If you haven't seen that video with that lady, Sherry's her name. She's one of the regulars I help. Guys, and how do I say this without you guys? Okay. I help her out every day. I just put a few of the shorts on there. She's touched my heart. And some of it is, she kind of reminds me of my mom. I'm not going to get into too much of it. Anyhow, thank you, Joe. And whatever reason she wants to go to California, Lemon J. And we'll see. Thank you, Lemon J, for looking into the bus ticket. I think it was about right, $90 for a bus ticket back. I'm going to go over her tomorrow. I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to put a short up, but I'm just going to talk to her and pick her brain exactly what's in California. I spent time with Sherry. She's in her 70s, late 70s. My wife wants to do her hair. We're definitely going to do that. We're going to fix her hair up, clean her up. And she's beautiful like she is, right? But we're going to clean her up, make her clean, do her hair. So, of course, and make her feel good. And if anybody complains with her going in the salon, they're going to have to go through me. Oh, you're Mr. Big Shot. They're going to have to go through me. Not physically, but, and we're going to fix her up and get her to her California, over to California. So thank you. There's a lot of these homeless that touch me. And now with my mom passed, but this lady, she's a smart lady, by the way. And who the hell are we talking about? We're talking about the lady I helped out today and the beginning of the week. She's a beautiful lady. I'll tell you why in a minute. I want Trump to fix this, Sal. I want to see it. Hey, thank you for the donation and thank you for the comment. Hey, John, thank you. I do too, John. I do too. I think if you're a Democrat, I'm not saying you are, John. I'm saying, or you're a Republican, you're a man. We want Trump to fix this, right? We all should want Trump to do this, right? And do well. Not for him, but for us. Let's see here. We got over here. Sal, you're a coward. So, yeah, I hope that... I think he will, John. John, I'm not just saying it. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope he does it rapidly, quick, because there's a lot of people on here who don't have time. And some of us do. Some don't. I'm in Vegas, Nevada. That's a great comment, actually. People who wish the president bad are good people in general. But ladies and gentlemen, we have some crucial times here during the holidays. We had a shutdown, 43 days, that the Democrats didn't help out at all. They had nothing accomplished. All they're working on is socialism and emails, and it's not working. It's not going to ever work. So we know that's out. Now we have a president who acknowledges we're in trouble. Well, I take that back. We're not in trouble. I take that back. But we're in trouble as far as food and the prices of groceries, and we're feeling it, particularly in beef. And we're in trouble with foreclosures. So there's got to be a solution. But again, a lot of you have said it to me before. Trump is playing chess, and he might be 4 pieces ahead that we don't see it yet. And now see the comment. I shouldn't even read this, but I will because it's a little slow tonight. Well, what is your view on racism against? I mean, come on. Next question. I mean, where's this nonsense go? It's just another person there who's just unhappy with themselves, and I pray for those people. All right, let's continue. Yeah. Healthcare, we got to work on. I'm not going to disagree with you. We got to work on that. Absolutely. So we got to address this. We need to talk about it. I think more. I mean, well, we are approaching 40,000 subscribers, but I think more of these bigger YouTube channels and our channel, because it needs to be out there. More people need to talk about, not just the radical left, but the Americans. We need to address this. We need to speak up. When our leader is doing good, but we're hurting on his economy because of food, then we need to speak up. And we, and Trump is acknowledging. Joe Rogan's touched on it. Shapiro's touched on it, and many others. Shapiro's touched on it a lot, actually. $23,000 files are released. What do you want from me? Should they release? Oh, should they release? Yeah. But I don't know where you're going with it, Mr. Paul Speed. I mean, 1981. Trump's not on there. Clinton's not on there. Will there be more release? Who the hell knows? I know the girls, beautiful women, they need justice. What do I think about Tucker? I know he's wishy-washy. He's smart. What do you want me to say? I'm not a big fan. He's smart. He's good. His voice gets on my nerves, but my voice might get on you guys' nerves. You mean, do I like him for president? Absolutely not. Does he have a good broadcast? At times. I think he might have something up his sleeve, Tucker. He might want to get into Senate. I don't know. I don't know what else I could say with that. As far as Tucker Carlson goes. But thank you for your comment. I don't watch him much. I don't trust Shapiro one bit. Ben Shapiro, or I said Ben Shapiro, yeah. Josh Shapiro, the governor. So I just want to make it clear we're talking about the same person. Bless you, Lori. Have fun with that. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Quiet because I'm just reading some comments here. How does a long-time member become a moderator? I would be happy to help if I can. Hey, Frank, I appreciate it. Right now, at the present time, I think we're pretty set on the moderators. But if for some reason or another we get to a point, I will certainly, Frank, keep you in mind. Thank you. We got moderators from all over cities and states, and silent moderators behind the scene, young and old. So appreciate that. Yeah. You don't know unless you ask. So thank you for asking. All right, I'm going to read some more comments here. Now, I got to tell you guys, we'll be talking more about this. Thank you for that donation. Who was that? Sorry, that came up real quick. Was it the Real Team? Oh, yeah, the Real Team number 1 over here. Send a happy poop. It's a happy poop Friday. Thank you. Appreciate that for help sponsoring. Thank you so very much for all the donations. Michael, what's happening? Yep. I talked to Muff about the files last night, guys, so go back and watch. Was it last night? Yeah. No, night before. Talked about the Epstein files over and over. It's the same old stuff. So. Hippie impersonating a moderator. Ooh, what do we do with those kind of people? Impersonating. Thinking what I could do with that. Impersonating a moderator. That's young, Lemon J. That's young. Saul Goodman. No. But he's a good friend of mine. Oscar. Now, if you're just coming in, we've been talking for the last 40 minutes about the economy. It's just not good. It's not affordable. But most of you know it, and I know it. We had 4 years of the worst administration, but I hear my conservative friends, they tell me they're concerned. So Trump, it's time for him to realize it, and he is. He's publicly speaking out saying we're going to cut some of the tariff tax. We're going to help out and get less from Switzerland, along with the $2,000 rebate check. He's at least acknowledging the situation that we're in, and it's better than, I'm sorry, excuse me, a Barack Obama who had never acknowledged it, who just, everybody, we're just doing good. I'm Barack Hussein Obama, and I am a salesperson, and we're just fine. And we weren't fine. It was the second worst administration ever. But at least he is acknowledging we have a problem with grocery prices and foreclosures. And in my opinion, interest rates is a 50-50 to go one way or another. I don't think they're going to go up, but it's a 50-50 to go down. And we got to be too careful about interest rates going down too low, right, Mike? So we don't want it to get down to 3%, but a good number would be about 4 or 5%, maybe 5. And we got to get first-time home buyers. I mean, to get into a mortgage. Absolutely, Ozzy Ray. But we really do. We got to get first-time buyers, first-time home buyers. 4 or 5 is about right. You see that, Mike? Yeah. We don't want to go too low. But yeah, we're heading into stagflation, and only my opinion. It's not because the stock market is down or anything like that. It's just uncertainty right now. It's just uncertain times right now. A lot of stuff is going on. I believe long term it's going to be great. There's no doubt. But short term, I'm worried. I'm worried for people. I really am. I'm worried. Could we help out the homeless? I'm worried about the average Joe. Shit, I'm worried about myself. I mean, you start to worry. You start seeing clients. I'm not whining. Cut back, this, that, whatever. It worries me. 70% is normal, but not at the elevation of these houses today. Not at 700,000, 800,000 is too high. Wow. I don't think I gave you one in a while, Mike, but I couldn't say it better. 2 high 5 fist bumps, my friend. Yeah. So well said. Read that comment by Ozzy. Excuse me, Mike. Sorry, Mike M. I remember in the 50s, I know we had a war, but man, dad worked, mom stayed home, lived in a small, tiny houses. Things were affordable. What the hell happened, Ozzy? Lemon J. What happened in the 50s? Sounds a different time, I know. I'm just saying. But we got to get back to affordability. We really do. But again, real quickly, there's a bubble. And tech, mortgage, stagflation. Other signs are foreclosures and people behind on their mortgages and people living and paying back those credit cards that they borrowed from the pandemic. And now the shit hit the fan. They're at their max at 24.5 interest rate. And I think that has a lot to do with things too. And in the crisis of food and beef particularly that Trump addressed many times. Yeah, very true, Mike. Small houses in the 50s, guys. Go Google 1950s homes. They were small. We had one bathroom, one room, well, 2 rooms, and we made it just fine, right? We made it just fine. And pop worked, mom stayed home, kids went out, played sports, got in a fight, shake hands, picked each other up. Simple times in the 50s. Yeah. It was good and bad, but as far as the homes and everything else, it was simpler. I wasn't there, but I heard. I was in the 60s. All right. I try to put a little entertainment, guys. Hey, once again, thank you so much for the 51 likes. Appreciate it. And thank you for our last 3 nights picking up 350 subscribers. I really, really appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Need a third party. John, it's funny you say that, John, because I was going to touch on that tomorrow, so I don't want to spoil it, John. But, man, you had to put it in there, John. I'm only kidding. I'm glad you did, because I want to talk about that tomorrow, a third party. And we'll see. We'll see. Could be. What's up, Barry? Barry Reed. Yeah, we could be heading in that direction. And we talked about AOC playing the game right now. She's calling out. She's beating her own party. When you beat your own party, you go after the opponent. And she's playing her cards right. She's calling out she's calling out people, Chuck Schumer to resign. So, yeah. Yeah, Lemon J, yeah. I don't know if I agree on that, Mr. John. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, Mr. Paul Speed. RFK would have had no shot, though, in my opinion, for many reasons I won't discuss right now. But I think he's doing good with his position and health and all. Is that number correct? 150? I think that's pretty. I think that's accurate, right? On the collecting snap. I think you're pretty accurate on that. Yep. Ross Perot. He gave it a shot. Yep. Yeah, illegals. That's a whole nother ballgame we talked about many times with the illegals. It's not their fault. You know what I mean? It's this mob-style radical left socialism that did it. You can't blame the illegals, right? But hey, if you're giving somebody something, what do you got? Yeah, I agree. Horrible. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap things up, but I always like to say 3 minutes for everybody who was chatting among each other, just to give everybody a heads up to say their for those who are chatting among each other. Let me just read Ozzy Ray. Grocery inflation due to overuse of SNAP benefits. Stores raise prices. That's a good point, and I'm not disagreeing with you at all. That's another part of the equation, Ozzy. Absolutely, and that's where Trump's got to dig deep into that as well. And there's others too. I mean, look, there's other ways to fix this. I've said this before. But we had gas crisis in the 70s. What people did is just go to one grocery store. Go to one grocery store. And avoid Whole Foods. Pick one grocery store in your neck of the woods and go to it for 2 weeks. Guess what? That'll bring some price down. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. The beef, this is me, not Trump. I think there's more to the beef. I think China has something to do with it. We can talk more about that next. But we have a problem. I wouldn't say it's a huge problem, but we have a little bit of a problem. Economy could be a bit in trouble. For some of us, we're going to be okay, right? But some other people might have some problems, and it concerns me. It's not that I'm concerned about us winning the House or nothing. It's about immediately what's going on. And I don't like to see people struggling. Unless they want to struggle, right? Young people lazy off their ass don't want to work, right? So. And remember, if you're in a job and you want to do better, go do better. Don't get miserable. Do better. Go find a job that you're comfortable, you enjoy, and do better. But yeah, there's a lot of. I agree with that, Ozzy. But man, beef overnight. Man, when I hear my uncle complaining, whoa, when I hear people that I train making, God bless them, $300,000, $400,000 complaining, we have a problem. So, problem is, what is the solution? You know? Well, Ozzy's probably, I gave you one. Yeah, man, but we got to have some kind of solution. There's got to be, we got to regulate. It has to happen. But we know the Democrats and socialism and control and raising taxes doesn't work. Sounds good, doesn't work. Tax to hell. Just tax the hell out of everybody. Oh, yeah, that'll work. That doesn't work. Democrats want to continue to tax people and leave New York and leave California. That's what happens. You end up losing hardworking small business people, and what happens? They leave. They leave. So what you accomplish? Free bus, regulate rent. Who's going to do all that? We talked about it many times. Nobody's going to do shit for free. We'll never forget that. Volunteer, help out, but work for free long term? No. Madani is full of shit. AOC full of shit. Gavin Newsom, no brains. Pocahontas needs to retire, along with the rest. 80%. But on the other hand, we need to fix the groceries. With that said, thank you so much for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for those who participated and sponsored. Thank you all for your comments and like and subscribing. Make sure you check out the shorts, and we'll get ahead and work on something with Sherry. I know Lemon J brought it to my attention. My wife brought it to my attention. Lemon J and other. I'm looking up, guys. I'm watching football score. That's a bad habit. I'm sorry. And we got to fix more. Oh, help out Sherry. She's desperate. I'm going to pick her brain a little bit more and get more communication. Exactly. You know, she wants to go to California and she wants a bus ticket. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. So, but I just want to, and I see her regularly every day. I see her and a few others. You'll see a guy in a wheelchair. You might see him with a cigar in his mouth. Anyhow, there's a bunch of them around my area. I try to spread the love as much as I can. But as Ozzy says, my uncle says, many others, all we can do is try and do the best we can because we're all hurting. And I will. So I'm hard on myself. I got to do better. I will do better. But to get them into a hotel, as one subscriber said on the short, or get them into, I could get them into a nonprofit. I can get them there, but get them into a hotel for a night. Yes, I can do that. But to get 10, 20, 30 in a hotel, that's a little hard. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Remember, believe in yourself. Spend time with your family before you go online. I will see you tomorrow. Probably taking Sunday off just to take a break, but at some point tomorrow, I don't know what time, I am going to be off. Oh, also real quick before we leave, ESPN, for those who have YouTube TV, are back. So Disney, and that was wrong too. ESPN, ABC is back on YouTube TV if you have that. I just want to throw that out there. It's back on. So for those who like watching college football and that kind of stuff, Terry dropping a bomb once again. Not much, but a little towards the ticket. Terry, thank you so much. Appreciate that, Terry. You do not have to do that. I know we have some struggling times, and thank you, Terry. It's not on those. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll go ahead and I'll pick her brain a little bit more. We'll come to a conclusion. We'll try to get her a ticket if she wants it still. So we'll just hold tight, and we'll work on it. Terry, thank you so much. God bless everybody. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your husband. Make your husband a cup of tea once in a while. And husbands, buy a flower for your wife. Spend time with your grandkids and your kids. Friends will come and go. YouTube will come and go. Most important, your family. The years go by, and next thing you know, you don't have them. So spend time with them. God bless everybody. I'm out. Have a great rest of your evening. See you. Thank you. Thank you.